On today's episode of Good Enough Garage, speeding ticket generators. So let's get to it. So what I have in front of me is 5 different throttle pedals, Hall effect electronic throttles. And what do you see just right looking at them? What similarities do you see? No, Matt, aside from the fact that they're all black. Well, they all have pigtails on them. Always buy your throttle pedals with a bit of wiring harness on them. Even this guy's is currently attached to the car, but trust me, they all have pigtails. This first one here is a Prius throttle pedal. I'm a firm believer of using the most you can out of one vehicle, one donor vehicle in your EV conversion if you can. This pedal worked completely fine. We thought there was a problem with it when my motor would kind of sputter, but then so we installed a different one. So this is a Gen 3 Prius throttle pedal. It's a really nice pedal. And then I replaced it with this Honda Fit one. That's what's currently being plugged into the Rabbit, just to see if there was a problem with the Prius one. I think I'm going to go back to the Prius one. So why do I need 97 different pedals? Like, why do I have so many, right? Do I have a problem? Yes. But more importantly, and on a serious note, the reason for so many pedals is because of their design, just their shape, just the way they look. So let's start off with the way they mount. And actually, in addition to these 5, there is a 6th one in the truck, and that is a BMW pedal. It's a nice pedal as well. And it mounts to the floor. It's what I call a pedestal. So this isn't it, but I'm just demonstrating, okay? So some pedals will mount to the floor, then some will mount to the firewall. See how that, pretending this is actually a firewall, which in this garage it actually is. So some will mount like this. Okay, same thing, mount to the firewall. Mount to the firewall. But check this out. This guy doesn't mount like that. It actually mounts to a bracket this way, either on this side or this side. So it's interesting. The other thing is the way they're shaped. See how this one isn't straight? So here, our Prius one is just straight, okay? Then you look at this guy, and I'll put on that side because I want to show that comes down and goes that way, right? As opposed to this guy comes down and goes this way. I know this is real science here. So they bend different ways. And I did this to share with you guys because you may need this type of application. This may decide what goes in your vehicle. This one also goes out, just not as much. Again, this way. And then here, I think this one slightly goes that way, but it could be considered straight. It's just a bit different pedal. I will post in the description what these came out of. I'm also tempted to do a throttles thread on Open Inverter, so look for that. Trying to get motivated to do that. Anyway, today we're going to mount one of these in the Rabbit. So let's see who the winner is. Let's take a look at the Rabbit and see where we're going to mount that throttle pedal. Oh my, what happened here? Well, I decided that doing an EV conversion wasn't challenging enough, so I took on thinning out the OEM wiring harness. And if you think that's bad, this is after I already removed all this. Basically, a engine or diesel engine wiring harness, some other stuff. All that we no longer need. There's less components in an electric car than a gasoline car. So we're going to simplify this. We are going to retain the rear defrost, the windshield wipers, headlights, taillights, so on. But there will be no heater. This car never had AC. Anyway, don't mind this. We're going to be focusing on installing the throttle pedal. So I heard a rumor that there still may be some VW purists as subscribers, and we can't have that. Guys, I don't know how you install your throttle pedals, but I always start by cutting out the dash. Having put in a little bit of extra effort to completely delete the dash, we now have more than ample room to install the skinny pedal. And I'm thinking something like that. Could I use some self-tappers on this beauty? Stay tuned. Okay guys, watch me put some freedom bolts into this thing. Screws, I should say. Actually, before you completely panic, this is for mock-up only. And it's also all I had. But we gotta do some testing. Fitment positioning testing. Freedom bolt, easy peasy. There it is, maybe. Oh my gosh. So the pedal bottoms out, that's fantastic. I wonder how far up it has to be. To not bottom out. Still bottoms out? That's crazy. Still? Come on. Okay. That's ridiculous. I think I'm gonna shave that pedal. Yeah, that's not comfortable right there at all. I don't understand. So it's that thing, it's ridiculous. I'm just gonna cut it off. This is just dumb. All right guys, here it is. The pedal is trimmed down. So I got rid of that hump that was right there as a stopper. We don't need no stinking stopper. Now I hope to mount it back down with just the regular spacers in a civilized fashion. Run to Home Depot and see if we can get some longer screws, because I'm sure I have some somewhere, just not where I can find them. You still want to bottom out, huh? You still want to bottom out. Wow. Oh, that's nuts. Well, Well, there's a couple ways I can do this. You can either add or remove on top. Jeez. Finally. I mean, it's so close. Maybe I can just use that as a stopper. I'm gonna see how comfortable this feels or doesn't feel. Yeah, this kind of, I don't know, it kind of feels tall. That kind of feels tall. It's kind of where that is though. Oh, I think it's one of those things where I should have paid attention in the Prius how high off the ground it is. Not sure if you guys can see that action with my feet in the way. My big 14 inchers. Well, I'm gonna try to combobulate something to work in there. Make some sort of a block, I guess. Maybe if I do a block, I don't even need long bolts. We'll see. So after trying the spacers, I'm going to use this piece of scrap, 1x3-ish maybe. And we're going to make a plate that I weld in. This allows for the use of self-tappers for just trying it. So I'm gonna self-tap it to here, drill another hole on this side, and then I'm going to see if I can weld in this block. It's gonna make it stronger, and it's also offsetting it by 1 inch plus, so we'll see how that goes. Here is the block, if you will, that I welded for the throttle. We're gonna go with the Honda, what is it called? Honda Focus? Anyway, I gotta make some excuses for these super ugly welds because from this side, I could reach except for the last inch that I needed to reach. It was just too far, kind of to get it from here. I tried laying down and I had the hump to deal with. So those are some nice excuses. On the other side, it's off center. It's closer to the driver's side. But the brake pedal, the wire harness, and of course the steering column bumps you right in the welding helmet. If you could weld without the welding helmet, well, maybe you could do it. I'm not usually known for my penetration, but that ain't bad. Looks like a nice upside down horseshoe, if you will. Yeah, that will do it. I don't think I can reach on the bottom. I don't even want to look. So let's take a look how it looks with the pedal on it. Okay guys, I'm bringing you in here for what I hope is the final mounting of the Honda Fit pedal. We changed our minds. We went away from the Prius to the Honda Fit. These are great pedals. They're bendy. I think they're kind of the way to go for classic cars. Oh boy, sure, I drilled the hole in the wrong place. Absolutely shocking. Let's do this one. Maybe in the right place. This has been way more difficult than I thought. After I welded on this plate, I kind of did an extension because I wanted to move the pedal over. I kind of forgot that this pedal was bent like that, which I like, but in my mind, I still kind of had the Prius design in my head, I guess.
this on purpose to show you guys that I'm human. You know what I'm saying? Where are my self-tappers, people? Where are you? You're making me look bad. Did they fall in these holes? Who knows what I have in this car in these holes? Who knows? Oh, come on. Self-tap these babies for the win. Maybe we'll run self-tappers in the end. Maybe we won't. Oh boy. Well, gentlemen, I can't wait for today just to be over. Oh my goodness. I'm just persevering. This was so much harder than I thought, and just when you're so close to being done, and the crazy stuff starts happening. Oh, that's not going anywhere. I'm gonna get in the driver's seat and play with the pedal. Oh yeah, this is much nicer. Originally it was just too close to the brake pedal. And you know, this is no MG or Mini. This is, oh, I keep doing that. Keep breaking the zippy tie. But beautiful placement. I'll get you in here, show you that situation. So here it is. Hope you can hear me over the airplane. So the brake pedal has no master cylinder, but gosh, this is great. I really like this. So the pedal does not bottom out on the floor. Just nice. These Honda Fit, I think 2010 Honda Fit are nice for classic cars. And then we have the opening here. That's probably where we'll run the wire through. And somebody explained the Swiss cheese floorboards, you know. Whew. Took a lot of these to get everything done today, but I am happy this is done.